when you came in last week and told me that you must leave all your belongings behind in order to fit in with New Babylon.
How do I get rid of
I
them?
told you, that is fine. We came up with a so-called plan. You could either return it, but then that would look very suspicious that nothing would be done to you. But then I told you, would make it seem that the Faces and Edgar are not on good terms. Then, we also said, we can replace the blueprint with a replica, and you burn that.
And today, I am grateful that before everyone here, we will be able to burn it. We will be able to destroy it.
But instead, you burnt the actual blueprint.
That's Babylon. What the fuck is going on?
Babylon!
Come on, everybody! Gather! Babylon!
Babylon!
Praise be!
Praise be Babylon!
Praise be!
Now again, let me make this very clear. We gave away 6,000 rifle bodies like it was nothing. $500 million worth of weapons gone. 8 months of leading cops to an exact location at an exact time to then get trapped in a container and then bombed. That is how we operate. This isn't about the blueprint itself, Edgar. It's the fact that you did not listen.
I had given the directive to them that we will get rid of these. And day after day after day, upon not getting rid, the pressure and the doubt continued to grow.
Let me ask you something. Speedy,
Fuck.
what's happened to this blueprint?
It is gone.
Surely, you didn't need to burn it to gain Lang's trust. So where exactly is Speedy's blueprint, Edgar?
It is gone, senor. It has eviscerated to a ball of flame.
I want you to remember those last words that you just said out of your mouth. In fact, repeat it.
Eviscerated into a ball of flame. But you,
Leave.
I'm gonna burn here.
I've burnt once before.
We are Edgar 2. Operation Concrete Phantom. Remember, Edgar, there's a reason your blood hasn't been shed. There's a reason why your blood hasn't been spilled. A shadow cannot serve two suns.
Whoa, man. Oh my god, it's a gold refinery. I think.
I hope you understood this was never about money, Edgar. $3.5 million on at your feet. We don't care about money. If we did, we would have let the cops find $500 million worth of guns. If we cared about money, we wouldn't breadcrumb Brian Knight. We wouldn't give him a book that would lead him to a container full of money. Edgar, you understood all of this. Yet you did what you did. What I'm going to ask you, man to man, because you can still save yourself. To face this, nothing we do is personal. Blood has to be spilled after what you did. However, do you think you deserve your blood to be spilled after what you've done? And I'm not even talking about just a blueprint.
May I? May I outline my motivations? I understand this may be the end, and I wish to start from the beginning. If you can do me this one courtesy. My path with this organization did not start on the 13th of October. My fiancée many years ago paid the cost to this organization, as did my cousin Cesar. But fast forward, on that day, I knew my path was tied, and perhaps the blood and pain that I suffered was the ticket necessary to be involved with this force here. One job after another, one near miss after another. Of the 6 men I started with, only 3 alive now. Of the 7 people that Edgar is responsible for killing, I am then sent beyond the veil. A world of suffering. You had offered me a prize then, a reward for my devotion. You told me about it first in the docks. I believe I was the first to understand that this organization will put the plug on the cargo containers bringing in the goods. And with that piece of information, I was promised power. But I had a deal with death. I tried to defy him and they took me away to a place called Purgatory. I spent a long time in that place and I suffered greatly. I was left in nothingness. It was there that I snatched off the ring that was binding Isaac, the body onto which pestilence was attached to. And in that time, I had 2 visitors. One I believe was yourself. The only other was Lang. Or so I thought it was. But it was some spirit, some shadow that was inhabiting his form who came to see me, who showed me the way out. Upon my release from that place, you positioned me in a house with him. And there he revealed to me that it was not him, for he could not recollect when he came to visit me, but it was the shadow that lives in him. The shadow that has inhabited his bloodline for centuries. It was that force that came to see me. I had to know more about it. It seemed greater than any gun, any monies, and I knew it was something very powerful if you had sent me to search for it. I had to know what that power was that even this organization feared, or so I believed. And so, the Tempest was sent to uncover. And I did. I learned many things. Many things that at the time I did not understand. That you no doubt understand. I learned the true purpose of Babylon. Why it was built. Its sole purpose. What was to be brought there and kept. I wanted to know what power was greater. The one that governs this one here that I stand before. Or the power of the shadow. I am satisfied now. I have witnessed it, and I have rebuked it. I was promised many things there. Guns and everything else. But I rebuked it. And I left with nothing. And I stand here now with hate and spite. And I see that there was only ever one path for me. And although it was a bloody and painful one, it was this one. Not because they give me things or toys. That was never a motivation for Edgar. If it was, I could never bring myself to burn the blueprint or to walk away from what they had in Babylon or to give up the millions that I had possession of. But if there is ever a thing now that I believe I understand, it is the nature of man. The nature of leaders and followers, and San Andreas as a whole. If there was ever a soul that wishes to see the goal of San Andreas in ruin, even if it is a plan B, there will be no one more determined than Edgar. Something was passed to me the other day when I was in the auction. It was given to me by a man in a white mask. It is a coin in my pocket. I believe it is a coin of great power and significance. If what is to be done today is to happen, I wish you to take the coin. I don't want to see it lost with me. If it is come time for the tempest, who I admit is a bit unruly, unpredictable, and like a storm, hurts all those around, sometimes even his allies. But I wish that whatever entourage I have left, they can serve in the destruction of San Andreas, or at least in the aims of the faceless. And if the winds of the tempest are to blow again, I wish it is employed in the service of this year. Not to be rewarded by any money or cash, that was always secondary. But to see this place come down. I don't believe there is.
No, Edgar. There's something that you've always done. That is coming face to face knowing that it may be your last. That means something. Most men run when the shadows start whispering their name. But you, Edgar, you always thought you could talk your way through the dark, didn't you? We saw promise in you. A mind that moved like smoke, hard to catch, hard to kill. We gave you tools, access, trust, and in return, you gave us potential. But potential, Edgar, is a fragile thing, and it burns faster than loyalty. You remember the blueprint, don't you?
Of course I
A
do.
design for something beyond you. You burnt it, going against my world, going against the faceless's world, going against the investors. You watched it coal and blacken. You thought you were making a point or a statement. You were. And now you bring us payment, as if ashes could be bought back with paper. You know, Edgar, over the last months, we've watched you dance on the edge, trading names, shaking hands with ghosts, biting the hand that fed you, and then licking the blood clean like it never happened. You've been playing a very dangerous game, Edgar. One that ends exactly like this. Surrounded by walls that were always waiting to close. You know what the cruelest part of all this is, Edgar?
What is that?
We don't hate you. We never hated you. You were one of the few who understood the weight of what we do. That loyalty isn't blind. It's chosen. That's why you have what you have in your pocket. We're not here to cut you down, Edgar, not to carve your name into some wall of failures. We're here to teach you what you already taught us. That fire is the purest teacher. You burn our blueprint. So now we burn your world. Not in anger, but in reflection. You see, balance must be restored. The same heat that destroyed what we built together, what you built with the faceless, now becomes your trial. What you have in your pocket, that coin, may be your lifeline, your symbol. When this place burns, and it will, Edgar, if you still carry this when the smoke clears, then maybe, just maybe, loyalty isn't proven when it's easy, Edgar. It's proven when it hurts, when it scars. You wanted to play all sides. Now you'll learn how it feels to stand right in the middle.
I will bear this and understand it could not have happened any other way. I had to know what the other side had to offer. I have faced the fire before, though it nearly cost me my life. I have faced death once before, and I was taken beyond the veil. And if this is my end, then so be it.
You know, it's poetic that these barrels were specially ordered from humane labs. You can see their logo on the barrel. The blueprint. You gave us ashes once. Now we return the favor. If you somehow walk out of this alive, Edgar, the dead is gone. If not, then the fire collected what was owed.